Hello folks, it's your friendly neighborhood dragon overlord here, and welcome to my lair in the realm of Battlerite. But before we get on to the show, I would like to say if you enjoy my videos, please smash that subscribe button, and if you like or dislike my content, please like, dislike, and comment as you see fit. Now on to the show. Today we'll be doing a spotlight on the champion Shifu. The spear. He's a melee class from the Western Kingdom of Anja. He's an expert in the martial art of Nishu and a master of the spear, a highly mobile and dangerous duelist. His extraordinary combat prowess accumulates in a range of deadly melee attacks. Facing Shifu is like walking into a tornado of spearheads. Now let's get into his customizables. He has his 5 different outfits, as you can see here. Then he has his different weapons all the way up to the legendaries. He starts off with just the basic spears, and then he moves on to serpent glaives, then the war spears, and lastly the master spears. He has the jade and the noble one. I particularly like the noble one more than anything else. Then his poses, just tell him bring it. And Sharp still like, yep, that's the end that's going into you. Now, let's actually get into a training match where he can show you his moves better. I found that even though a actual battle match, even if it's versus AI and whatnot, it's more exciting. This way I can actually take my time and show you the different moves he has. Now we're going to start from left to right. His left click ability, as you see, just a basic attack here. It is Spear Slash. Strike with your spear to deal 8 damage. Successful hits, it charges your weapon. Each charge increases the damage of Impale. Let's move forward here. As you see on the right side right here, it charges up to 3. And then the weapon also starts glowing. See, the weapon gets a little more. Once you hit the third one, the weapon glows, and then it's Impale. But what Impale is the right click ability. It is Impale. Thrust your spear in a line to deal 10 damage to all enemies hit and 6 bonus damage per weapon charge. So with a basic setup, he can have base of 10 damage and a bonus of 18, so a total of 28. Then you have his space move, which is Fleet Foot. You become temporarily immaterial and your movement speed is increased by 35%. As you can see, his normal movement speed, not too shabby. But then, boom, much faster, and he can't be damaged. Then his Q move, Kunju. Counter the next melee or projectile attack. You become immaterial and teleport behind your enemy when you counter an attack. Your next Spear Slash deals bonus damage. Let's actually go and get that done. Let's pop Fleet Foot so we can get there a little bit faster. Wait till this respawns so he'll start firing. Actually, no, there's a better one down here, because this one will fire at me. Oh, that didn't go very well. Okie dokie. Let's actually turn cooldowns off to make life a little bit easier on us. Boom, and see teleport behind him. And we do 20 instead of the normal damage of 8. So a big boost of 12. But then you might have seen me do it is the javelin. Is he throw a javelin that deals 10 damage and leap towards the enemy. Get away from me, guy. Ultimate break. Let's actually move where that will not affect us. Get a little healing action. Grab the health orbs. Okay, we're better now. Like I was saying, javelin. Throw a javelin that deals 10 damage and leap towards the enemy. Javelin can be used to pull yourself to a wall. We're going to actually do the pull ability. Pull me to the wall, get a little bit closer. And then now we're going to move on to the R move, Tendon Swing. Swing your spear in a cone to deal 12 damage and inflict incapacitate on all enemies in the area. Let's actually go up to this group up here so we can demonstrate it that much better. Boom, hit all 3 of them and they all get incapacitate. And then boom, pop that. Now we can move on to the ultimate. We have Whirlwind. Spin into a whirlwind dance and deal 112 damage over 3 seconds to nearby enemies. Let's get these guys and boom. And they are out. Next, we have the EX abilities. For him, it is on his space move and on his E move. It turns, when you hold down the shift button to do the EX abilities, it turns Fleet Foot into Tempest Rush. You become temporarily immaterial and your movement speed is increased by 50%, and your Spear Slash attacks heal you for 14 health. Let's actually turn on Infinite Energy, so we have that. Pop this, and see, boom, boom, we managed to pop out a little bit of health. Not a whole lot, but we managed to get it. Then we have his Javelin turns into Harpoon. Throw a Harpoon that deals 14 damage and drags the enemy towards you. Harpoon can be used to pull yourself to a wall. Let's actually get this guy. Let's back up a little bit more. And boom, hit me. I pulled him to me, and then I used it. That is just perfect. Now on to his Battlerites. For round 1, he has Swift Feet. Increases the duration of Fleet Foot to 1.8 seconds from 1.4 seconds, and reduces the cooldown by 2 seconds. Bringing it to, it'll last for 1.8 seconds, and it will have a cooldown of 12 seconds. Then he has a Ceremonial Spear. Impale heals you for 4 health plus 2 health for each weapon charge. So under a base build, if you use this one, it would be able to heal you for 4 plus a max of 6, so 10 total. Then you have Dirty Tricks. Javelin inflicts 1.2 seconds of root, which root is it roots the enemy to the ground, so it reduces their movement speed to 0 for 1.2 seconds. And then you have round 2, Poised to Strike. You gain 3 weapon charges when Kunju is triggered. Then you have Spear Slinger. Hitting an enemy or a wall with Javelin reduces its cooldown by 2 seconds, which would bring it down from a cooldown of 10 seconds down to 8 seconds. And then you have Skewer. Impale inflicts 1 second of Fading Snare. Fading Snare is kind of like Root, except it lowers the enemy's movement speed down to 0, but it's slowly brought back up over 1 second. And then you have round 3. The Spear is the Way. Spear Slash attacks during Fleetfoot, deals 6 bonus damage. Then you have Mantra. Kunju heals self and nearby allies for 16 health when activated. And Whirling Blade. Tendon Swing grants 25% energy when hitting at least 1 target. Which this one's actually good because, like I said, Tendon Swing is your R move here, and it uses 25% energy. So basically you'll use it and it'll get it back. So instead of having to choose, am I going to use Tendon Swing or am I going to use my ultimate in a little bit more energy, you can do Tendon Swing and you wouldn't have lost any energy towards the ultimate. Then you have round 4, Inspiration. Increases your maximum energy by 25%. Energy gained from abilities increased by 10%. Then you have Ferocity. Increases your maximum weapon charges by 1. Now this does a lot on Shifu here, meaning as his normal attack builds up the weapon gauge you see here, this would actually allow it to go to 4, which with Impale it would add a bonus 6 damage, so it'll be a base of 10 and it could have up to a bonus of 24, so 34 total damage, which is actually pretty beefy for just a right click ability that's easily charged. 4 hits then a right click, that's just powerful. So it'd be 4 hits under 8, which is 8, 16, 24, and then 32 if they all hit, and then you pop with this one, and that's well, as I said, that's 24 and 10, so 34, 34, and 32. That is 66. That's a massive chunk. As you can see, if it was against me, it would put me at half health. As you see, Shifu here, right now I have 112 health, so it would put me at half health. And then you have Recuperate. Increases healing received by 15%. And lastly, round 5, Spear Dance. Whirlwind movement speed bonus is increased to 40% from 20%. And Bloodthirst. Whirlwind heals you for 25% of damage done. That's actually pretty beefy, especially in round 5. You have all these wonderful things combined, and if you get your Whirlwind ultimate off, not only will this damage the enemy 112 damage, you'll get 25% of that damage, which is, I believe that comes to 33 health. That is a pretty sizable chunk to heal yourself with. But this has been a quick spotlight on Shifu, this deadly Spearmaster. I hope you enjoyed this video, but before I go, I would like to say, do not forget to check the down below. I will have information on how to obtain this game, as it is currently in early access on Steam, as well as my contact information for Twitter and Tumblr and the GoFundMe I currently have to try and raise money for charity, as well as try and raise money to get new equipment for the channel, so the channel can be that much better, such as a boom mic or perhaps a better graphics card or CPU, just anything to make the channel better and potentially also help the viewers, because if there's any extra, it could always be used towards doing giveaways and whatnot. But this has been your friendly neighborhood dragon overlord, and I hope to see you next time, and have a wonderful day.